Welcome back to Virginia This Morning, live on CBS 6. Today kicks off America Saves Week, and it's a great time to set savings goals, check in on your finances, and develop a plan.
Joining us to lead that conversation, great friend and financial expert Jeremy Shipp is here. Jeremy, I know you've told us that this year is Building Financial Resilience Year. And so obviously, in order to get the year going this early in the year, we're going to have a week this week about saving, right?
Absolutely. We want to start getting some money put away and doing it in an intentional manner. This week, as you mentioned, Bill, is America's Saves Week. And so we want to make sure and give the folks some ideas as far as each day, what they can think about and what they can focus on moving into the springtime and then the summer. So when we take vacations and go and do things we want to do and enjoy our lives, we've got our saving components put in place.
Well, and that's interesting because there are 5 key components to this America Saves Week that you're going to be focusing on, one a day, it looks like. Tell us about those 5 areas.
Yeah, so today is really highlighting save automatically. And it comes down to thinking about savings as a habit, not just a destination. I like to harken back to a phrase I heard a number of years ago, which said to pay yourself first. And that really has to do with the priority in which you place saving money. Because what I see a lot of times with folks is that they'll have money come in from a paycheck, they'll pay their bills and debts, they'll live their lives, go out to eat, groceries, take the kids to school, daycare, pet expenses, and then whatever's left over, maybe they save some money for the future and unexpected things coming up at that point. What we want to do is reverse that thinking a little bit. So today we want to think about paying ourselves first. Take your savings out of that income first, then pay all your bills and everything thereafter. That'll set you up to make sure you have money for unexpected things that come up along the way.
So the years ago when they started the 401k, that was a perfect example of the right way to do this, because your paycheck comes and it's already gone at that point. You don't even see it,
right?
So you don't miss it.
That's a perfect example, whether it's through your employer or through a bank account or credit union account, something like that. Get it on autopilot to make sure you're putting that money away and get ready for the theme for tomorrow, which is save for the unexpected. When a lot of people hear unexpected, a knee-jerk reaction, first thought usually comes down to a rainy day fund. And rainy day is not that exciting. It's not that great. For tomorrow, let's flip our thinking a little bit to opportunity. Let's call it an opportunity fund because, hey, not every unexpected thing in life is a bad thing. As an example, let's say you have a friend who's getting married halfway across the country and you want to have some money to buy a plane ticket and go to that wedding. That's a great example of an unexpected life event that's a positive. We could also have positive financial unexpected events come up, like investment opportunities, things that we could do to better our financial situation. So once we get the autopilot set up, having money redirected into an unexpected fund, or let's think of it as an opportunity fund, is going to then allow us to move forward in the right way when we're looking into the future.
I like opportunity much better than ready. Because the first thing I thought of when you said unexpected was a hot water heater. Just had one of those go out, and they ain't cheap.
Yeah,
that's right.
But we're thinking about all the things and making sure that we have the opportunity to take advantage of some of the things that may come up that we want to do, not necessarily things we have to do, like a hot water heater.
Yeah. All right, so we've done the first 2 steps, first 2 days of the week, Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, we're going to look way into the future for a lot of folks.
Way out there, way into the future of retirement. And the thing to keep in mind here is that when we're looking at retirement, we want to understand that there is a battle going on between our current lifestyle and our future lifestyle. And if our current lifestyle is way up here out of balance, that means our future lifestyle could be way down here or just actually fall off the screen. We want to keep in mind, we want to have some balance in those different lifestyles, because a lot of times retirement is going to be here whether you're ready for it or not. And we've seen that a lot over the last couple of years. And the idea being that let's look at what our future lifestyle should be and understand how much should we be saving regularly to make sure that our current lifestyle is going to be continued in retirement. That future lifestyle is going to be the same, and it's going to be able to take care of us for the rest of our lives. That's the idea around saving for retirement. Once we have got the autopilot set up, making sure we're taking care of the unexpected, and then making sure after we get that set up, we don't have any headwinds, or we're looking at this from a holistic picture as we move forward.
Well, we're really talking about chipping away at all of these different topics so that when they do come about, it's not a surprise, it's not a financial burden at that point. So we want to make sure that we're looking at it now. And a week like this, America Saves Week, helps us get to that point and helps us keep that top of mind. So for those of us who may have a little debt that we're trying to overcome, how do you save for that?
It's a great point, Andreas. And I like to think about it this way. So picture yourself in a boat and you're rowing down the river towards a destination. And let's say that destination is retirement. The oars in the boat are all of your savings vehicles, your savings accounts, your 401ks, the vehicles you're using to get to your destination. Well, if you have headwinds coming against you as you're trying to move forward, it's going to make it a lot more difficult to get to where you want to be in the future. So when we are looking at saving for debt in this instance, I want to talk mainly about bad debt. There are different kinds. In this instance, let's talk about credit cards. And what I see as a mistake a lot of people do, if they have multiple credit cards out there that they are trying to pay down and reduce those financial headwinds for themselves, they will take some extra money and just spread it around all of the different cards. And that's not what you want to do. You want to make minimum payments towards each of those individual bad debts. And then you want to take the most money you can to put away towards those debts and chunk it all towards the first item. Once that's paid off, then you roll into the next one. Then you roll into the next one and the next one and the next one. Eventually, it works like dominoes to knock all those debts out so that then you have all the oars rowing, no financial headwinds. You can get to that destination that we're all looking for to have that future lifestyle, the same as our current one in retirement.
Jeremy, we've run out of time. This coming Friday is Save as a Family Day. 10 seconds on that real quick.
Main thing is it's multi-generational. Let's talk about it. Use age-appropriate conversations when it has to do with money with your kids, your grandkids, everybody. We can make sure and save as a family so we can move forward throughout the generations.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you so much for those great tips, Jeremy. For more information on this topic or the services that Jeremy provides at Retirement Capital Planners, be on the lookout for our link later on our live show website at 3 p.m., virginiathismorning.com.
And stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Virginia This Morning.